My brain blew up.
What's up with it? It's Feeble Worldwide, and right now we are interviewing Melrose, aka Swegstar.
What's going on, people? What's going on, people?
Hell yeah! I mean, I say Melrose, aka Swegstar, but you got quite a lot of names, I feel like.
Yeah, I got a couple different. People know me from a couple different eras. I went through a couple different evolutions as a person, so. But a lot of people, right now they know me as I'm not Melrose, but we had a couple different past lives that I lived.
Yeah.
A popular one. A lot of people like Lil Kazuya.
I was gonna bring that up. I was gonna say Lil Kazuya has my favorite Melrose music, I feel like.
Yeah, that was definitely fun. That was a fun time in my life, but it was also an emotional time. So I had to make fun with the emotions.
I feel that.
But that's my life always. I'm always going through heavy emotions and trying to have fun. So Lil Kazuya, people know SSJ Melrose. Yeah. Anything else, I don't even want to bring up because it's not even worth talking about.
So you'd say SSJ Melrose is the oldest moniker you'd want to bring up?
Ooh, I don't even want it to be brought up. I only brought it up because I knew people was like, oh, isn't this guy? That's the only reason I brought it up, but I wouldn't even bring it up. I wouldn't even bring up Lil Kazuya. I don't like none of that music. I don't jam any Lil Kazuya. I don't jam no SSJ Melrose. I don't jam no other names. I'm not gonna say no other names, but I don't jam none of that.
How often do you listen to your own music?
Consistently.
Really?
Consistently, because it depends what moment I'm going through though. Right now I'm in the album, as we know. Speed Up's coming soon, so I'm jamming that right now. But really, I'm usually just playing whatever is new. But sometimes I'll find I have so many songs that aren't out, bro.
Yeah.
I have 200.
Yeah, I've seen your Google Drive, bro.
I have 200, 400, I don't know, a ridiculous amount of songs that aren't out yet. So sometimes I'll find myself recycling, going back through the catalog and oh shit, I made this song 4 years ago. This song.
Fuck with this. So do you think that sometimes you'll find your own music that you don't even think you're gonna put out, but you'll bump it for yourself?
Yeah, there's a lot of songs that you make and it's not meant for the public. I had to learn that a couple songs that you make is just for therapy, for you to go through.
That's interesting.
To put those words out, to get to express it, but it's not meant for the world, or it's not meant for nobody else.
Yeah.
I have a couple songs like that, because sometimes you find yourself saying stuff that's out of character. Sometimes you find yourself going in directions that don't really truly represent you.
Yeah.
It was
they don't fit what you're trying to show off.
It was just how you felt in that moment.
Yeah.
But is it true to me? Not necessarily. But I still drop songs like that too. I have a lot of music where I just feel how I feel in that moment, honestly, and real disrespectful. I would still put it out, and it's disrespectful, and it's tough for some people to understand the music always. But I don't even fully understand the music, so I try not to put too many restrictions. But sometimes you do make those songs where it's all right, this ain't for nobody. Chill out. Because sometimes I'll be going overboard. I'll be chill.
Yeah. And I'm sure. I've been in the studio with you. I know the way you work, it's off the dome. So you could say something and then later you're oh man, I don't know if I really, maybe that's just for me. I need to get that out.
Yep.
I did it over the mic and it's over with now.
Boom.
Type shit.
Big facts.
Yeah. I feel like it's like that with, anything you do creatively is just such a good stress reliever.
Yeah.
And music, yeah, you want to put out all the music you record theoretically, but really, like you said, not all of it needs to be released. Some of it is just for you to get that shit out. Yeah. Hell yeah. And you mentioned people don't necessarily understand your what you're saying in your music, but do you find that some people misunderstand your music in general because it's very experimental?
Yes, that's consistent. I feel like I'm the most misunderstood artist, because I feel like based off of the past music that I put out, I've put out music where I said so much stuff that was a character. It's hard to say. I said stuff that it will make you think is this guy crazy? Is he okay, or is he serious? I said so much stuff where people are all right, he don't mean that. So I feel like I said a lot of stuff like that. But the music that I put out now, I stand by every single word that I say. Like, I stand by
Hell
every single word, no matter how extreme it is. Like, I'll say something extreme, but it's 100%.
Yeah, you gotta own up to it.
It's unfiltered. So I feel like a lot of people, they'll hear what I'm saying, but they won't really like let it soak in. They'll hear it and they'll be like, oh, Melrose said something wild again, but they won't be like, damn, bro, really going through something. Damn, what made him want to say that? Damn, who did him dirty? Like, nobody puts 2 and 2 together. They're just like, oh, he's crazy. Yeah. But what made me crazy? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, exactly.
I'm not just a wild guy. I am a very wild guy.
An eccentric person.
I'm an eccentric person, but like,
and it definitely comes out in the music too.
Yeah, and I can't help that. So,
but I think that's what makes it great. To be honest,
I feel like that's what makes it potentially great. But
what makes you say potentially great?
Because since it's so eccentric, it has like a huge level of damn near like audacity. Yeah. Like, no matter what song I make, you're bound to hear something or feel something like something. You'll hear something in that song that makes you like, like something's gonna happen in that song because I'm so eccentric. Yeah. But that's not what makes it great. I feel like what makes my music great is that it's so unfiltered and there's no roof on it.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So it's like, I just do whatever I feel in that moment. I don't really like care about trends. I just like to make music that I could ride around to. Like, I like speed up music. I like music I could drive fast to. Like, that's what I'm doing right now. At least I have different music that I make though. So sometimes I'm on that. Sometimes I'm vulnerable. So I'm making like emotional music. Yeah. You know, like, so
speaking of being vulnerable, you know, I would say you're definitely pretty vulnerable throughout your music, like you said. Would you? And I know a lot of people hate this term, including me. So what do you think about the whole emo rap thing? Would you consider yourself part of that, or is that even like, is that just bullshit? Like,
nah, that's a real thing. Cause the thing is, when it comes to genres, that's what the listeners choose what they want to label your music as. The artist does not choose what genre they're in. Okay, yeah. The listeners decided. So if a listener feels like, oh, IMNOTMELROSE made an emo song, or Lil Kazuya made some emo songs, for sure. But me personally, I don't think, you know, it was just emo. It might have been like emo experimental or like emo pop or something. Like, it's never just straight emo. I don't do nothing straight. Pause. Yeah. I don't do nothing straight. So,
and it's I feel like nowadays too, it's really hard to define any kind of music by like a specific genre, and that's why these weird terms like emo rap have kind of come to fruition. Is because like people are like, oh, this guy's rapping and he's sad, but he's doing it in like a way that like is reminiscent of old punk or old emo music or whatever you want to call it, type shit. And I feel like, I mean, if you want to trace back the roots to that, it could be like Peep, Sesh Hollow Water Boys, they all fucking X, all those guys kind of started making weird ass music that people didn't know like what to call. Right. And so they emo rap just kind of came out of that. So.
Yeah, so they found out whatever the most like common aspect of that music was, which was the fact that everybody was like emotionally distraught. Yeah, like the aspect.
And they were displaying it in a way that, because rappers had displayed like being emotionally distraught before, but not in the way that I feel like
not how emo rap did. It. Yeah, because they were doing it damn near like how emo bands would do it. It was more band influenced, I would say, than like rap influenced.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's, you know, that's a background that I come from, so it's not that I made music that was inspired by a trend. That was just how I felt at that time, and I was inspired by bands that I grew up on, like Veil of Maya, Periphery, fucking Dance Gavin Dance. Like,
hell yeah.
Type shit.
I was gonna say, how did you get started making music? You just named some artists or bands that you think influenced you with your music. How did you originally, what was the first time you ever recorded? Like, how did it all start?
It's a wild story, bro. It's a wild story, but I'm gonna make it short because this is a PG-13 video. So basically what happened, I got started with music a couple times because I stopped a lot of times, but the first time I started with my cousin Lero. He pulled up. I was having sleepovers. Basically, we were like 9 or 10. We was having sleepovers.
Oh shit, young
and all we'll do is listen to music. He'll put on the Carter 2 by Lil Wayne. He'll put on T.I., the King of the South, and we'll listen to music while like playing video games. But the main aspect was that music was playing. Yeah. And then like we were just like, man, let's write raps. So we just started writing music right there. But I would only write music when I went to sleepovers. It wasn't like my passion. Like that was he introduced that passion to me.
Okay, yeah. That's interesting.
That was at least like my first encounter. But I guess the most impactful thing I would say, Guitar Hero 3. That's what got me into playing guitar. I know I've been in a couple different like metal bands, but I had to learn how to play guitar, write the music, write the drums, all like make.
So Guitar Hero 3 inspired you to like learn how to play guitar?
Yes,
That's
guitar,
sick.
and it introduced me to a whole nother side of music because I was just familiar with rap, but it introduced me to all the rock and metal stuff, and I already liked that stuff as an outsider, but it really got me involved. Yeah, it was like, oh, what band is this? It made me start checking out the bands, checking out more songs, like just becoming more curious about the genre. You know.
So on your social media, you had mentioned recently that you were in talks with OVO and Warner about like publishing stuff. You want to go into that because that sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah, like I could make a long story like shorter than normal, but basically what happened. So I had like a business meeting out there in Toronto because we were discussing, you know, distribution opportunities and stuff as far as, you know, the next project Speed Up.
Yeah.
So I can't say too much about it, but I can say a little bit about it. But Drake, bro, come on, bro. That's basically
the guy.
That's who inspired me to start taking music like dead serious, bro. Cause when I did get back into rap, I was into rap because of like Lil B and Soulja Boy.
Okay.
So I was more on like my swag stuff, like sauce, not necessarily like saying being vulnerable.
Yeah.
But Drake made me
I wouldn't say Lil B is the most vulnerable music you could listen to.
Right. So Drake, you know, listening to that, and I was going through my situation because I had just broke up with my first girlfriend. So it was perfect time. I could find Drake, and I'm like, damn, Drake's talking about the shit I'm going through. So
hell yeah.
To be in a situation where the guy that made me want to take this shit serious is like, you know, involved with it. I'm like, damn, this shit wild, bro. It's like my dreams are starting to come true, bro. I had to just start fantasizing. Literally, I had to start fantasizing my life, and shit just started happening. But as far as, you know, the album Speed Up, oh my god,
that's a new project coming out.
Yes, bro. I haven't put out a full project, like a real project, ever. I never put out a real project, and when I say a real project, I mean a project that has more than like 7 songs.
Yeah, because you have the Bisco.
I got So Nabisco, that has 7 songs. I have PlayStation 1 demo, that's 4 songs.
Yeah.
I have a couple different like 2-song projects.
This is gonna be like a full ass like album type shit, you would say.
This is closer to a full to like what they would consider like a full length album.
Yeah.
I don't want to say too much, but I have a real full length album I'm dropping like in October or November.
Oh, okay. Those are 2 different things then.
Those are 2 different things.
Okay.
I'm actually dropping 3 projects this year. I don't want to say too much about those projects, but the one that's gonna have the real full length's gonna have 30 songs.
Oh shit.
But,
okay.
We don't have to say too much about that. Just
that's future shit.
Yeah, that's ridiculous music. But for the Speed Up music, bro, this is for everybody that you have to be driving fast, or you have to be like punching people, or you have to be like breaking windows or rioting, like to fully understand the emotions I'm going through for this for this album. Because I was a pissed off person when I made this music, and like when y'all hear that shit, y'all gonna be like, damn, that's that guy. That's that guy.
Yeah, that shit's about to hit hard then.
I promise, bro. Like everybody that heard a couple songs out there, like, damn, bro, I don't want to make music no more. Like people, I low-key made some people stop, like quit by mistake.
Damn, that's how it be, bro. That's how it be when you be making fucking groundbreaking music. Cause that's what I feel like you make, is groundbreaking music. I haven't heard no shit like yours before.
That's what I aim to do every song, and I hope the listeners, and I know the listeners feel that every song. They're like, damn, it's no music I make is normal. You can never hear one song and be like, oh, he's a normal artist. No one ever says that. So I think that's like what makes me great. Yeah.
Well, this is the boy Melrose. He had a lot of dope shit to say. And go check out that project Speed Up when it drops. In the meantime, you got a couple EPs out right now.
Yeah, man. Make sure y'all jamming out the current music, because it's gonna give you it's important for you to understand the prologue before the movie starts. Speed Up is the movie, so everything else that's before the movie, you got to understand the character. There's a real like story, I'm telling y'all. It's not just music for the sake of music. It's really like a real person going through real shit, and he's really off hinged. So it's like listen to what I'm going through, man. Y'all saw on the Instagram post. I don't want to say too much, but I don't know, man. Just you can't trust these females. We do that, bro.
Yeah, I can fucking agree on that. We can definitely end on that note. You cannot trust these hoes, bro.
Cannot.
Well, I think that shit is gonna sound sick, and like he said, do not listen to Speed Up without hearing the full story. So go check out all of Melrose's music. I'm Not Melrose on pretty much every platform, right?
For the artist name, I'm Not Melrose. As far as like social medias, you could look up Sweckstar.
Okay, yeah. Sweckstar on Insta, Twitter.
We'll have a link in the description for y'all and stuff like that. We got merchandise, crazy merchandise, rare merchandise. You would have thought fucking they was gonna sell this at Saks Fifth. How rare the merchandise is, and the pants I got on right now are crazy.
Yeah. They actually are crazy. I was gonna tell you. That shit's gas.
Appreciate you.
Hell yeah. Well, this is I'm Not Melrose. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time on Feeble Worldwide. Hell yeah, that was sick, bro. Fuck yeah, that was dope.
Hey, appreciate you, broski, for letting me be a part of the vision, bro. Damn.
Full speed ahead. Take off in the Lexus, fuck it, run the red. Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Speed up, swap lane, go fast.